Our Director of Ceremonies, may you be seated. Our Director of Ceremonies, the First Lady, Amai Mnangagwa, the Vice President, Minister of Health and Child Care, Honorable General Retired Dr. C.J. Dien Chiwenga and Amai Chiwenga, the Vice President and Second Secretary of ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired KCD Mohadi, the Chairperson of ZANU-PF and the Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs, Honorable O.C. Zaid Chinguri Kashiri, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Advocate Jeff Mudenda, President of the Senate, Honorable Mabel Chinamona, the Chief Justice, Justice Honorable Luke Malava, members of the Politburo of the ruling party, honorable ministers who are present, other leaders of political parties who may be here, the Prosecutor General, Commander Defense Forces, General P.V. Svanda, Commissioner General of Police, Commissioner General Godfrey Matanga, Commissioner General Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services, Commissioner General M. Chobu, the Chief Secretary to the President, Dr. Svanda, members of the Diplomatic Corps, madzimambo edu vangadai vari pano nokuremekedzai, the Botswana Defense Forces Delegation, veterans of the liberation struggle here present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. It is my singular honor to preside over the 42nd anniversary of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces ZDF Day. This is the first time since 2019 that we are physically hosting these celebrations due to the restrictive measures my government had to take in order to protect citizens from the COVID-19 pandemic. Our gathering today is therefore testimony of the great strides Zimbabwe has made in the fight against the pandemic. It is noteworthy that in addition to government efforts, the Zimbabwe Defense Forces in particular, and in partnership with other arms of government and partners, successfully protected its members and their dependents against the impact of the pandemic. This also culminated in the production of personal protective equipment countrywide. These commendable efforts did not only contribute to the successful containment of the virus, but also contributed to the nation's import substitution agenda, through which the country saved significant amounts of foreign currency. Today, we are joined by special delegates from the sister Republic of Botswana, the Botswana Defense Forces, comprising members of their soccer selected team and traditional dance troupe. We sincerely welcome you to Zimbabwe, and in particular to the Zimbabwe Defense Forces Day celebrations. Please feel at home and help us celebrate the achievements of our gallant sons and daughters serving in the military. Fellow Zimbabweans, ladies and gentlemen, every year as we gather for this event, I recall the involving process of integrating cadres from ZANLA and ZIPRA together with their erstwhile nemesis, the Rhodesian forces. However, against all odds, the Zimbabwe Defense Forces was successfully established as a united institution with the single vision of defending Zimbabwe, its independence, its people, its sovereignty, its territorial integrity and natural resources. We take particular pride in that the unification of the ZANU-PF is a result of the values and ethos that drove the armed liberation struggle. Today, our people enjoy a united country with institutions that are representative of this unity, irrespective of one's tribe, ethnicity, or region. I commend the Zimbabwe Defense Forces for their various community development projects, which is in line with their peacetime mandate to embrace development by extending a helping hand to our communities. As has become the norm, last week, the Zimbabwe Defense Forces conducted a week-long community assistance program where they showcased their assistance projects in various communities in our country. In this regard, a total of 5 projects, including maternity wards, clinics, and classroom blocks, were handed over, with several others still at various levels of completion. This dovetails with the Second Republic's quest to realize development which leaves no one and no place behind. The Zimbabwe Defense Forces also continue to provide invaluable support to civil ministries in their national development objectives. In that regard, the Zimbabwe Defense Forces Construction Regiment is assisting various ministries and departments in constructing and refurbishing critical infrastructure. Some of the projects underway include the Radiation Protection Authority of Zimbabwe Nuclear Sources Waste Disposal Facility, the Bindura University of Science Education Sports Academy, and a 2-story office complex for the Research Council of Zimbabwe. Comrades and friends, government is alive to the need constantly review the remuneration and conditions of service for the uniformed forces alongside those of the rest of the civil service. In an effort to improve the welfare of ZDF members, government has reinstated the military salary concept and is also working on improving the transport and accommodation situation for the defense forces. To date, buses have been provided to the ZDF and more will be dispersed in the near future. With regards to the provision of institutional accommodation, the ZDF is in the process of constructing housing units for members across the country. During the period under review, the ZDF construction regiment completed 60 housing units at Zimbabwe, with an additional 90 units at various stages of completion. At Imbizo Barracks, 30 out of the 44 blocks of units are under construction and expected to be completed by year end. In the same vein, government has embraced new technology to speed up the provision of housing units. A total of 130 blocks of 12 flats are under construction at Zimbabwe and at Imbizo Barracks. Meanwhile, the construction of an officer's base at Jason Ziapa Moyo Air Force Base is expected to be completed by year end. Other projects underway include the renovation of 6 ZDF camps, namely Charles Bumbo Barracks, 1 Air Defense Artillery Regiment, 1 Referral Hospital, 1 3 Reserve Force Battalion, 3 1 Combat Group, and a 3 Reserve Force Battalion. Preparations for the construction of permanent structures at 1 3 and 3 Infantry Battalions in Plumtree and Chipinga respectively are ongoing. Government is also keen on providing the ZDF with an efficient health delivery system through the expansion of Manyame Hospital to referral status. The project is now 95% complete, with procurement of medical equipment underway. Furthermore, my government is implementing a raft of measures to instill confidence, strengthen demand for local currency, and foster market discipline. Comrades and friends, internationally, the ZDF continues to fulfill its obligations of contributing to international peace and stability through bilateral and multilateral engagements. In that regard, the ZDF has deployments on peace support operations under the auspices of the African Union and the United Nations. As a nation, we are doing well with regards to mainstreaming pro-gender policies. It is heartening to note that 55% of the total ZDF contingent deployed on the United Nations missions are women. which far surpasses the 18% requirement set by the United Nations. The deployment officers are doing the nation proud due to their exceptional performance during these missions. It was only recently that Major Winnet Jarare, whom we have conferred a medal today, was also conferred with a commendation medal and the 2021 United Nations Military Gender Advocacy of the Year Award by the United Nations. This was in recognition of her exemplary performance during her deployment as a military observer in South Sudan. As a member of SADC, the AU and the United Nations, Zimbabwe remains committed to contributing to international peace and stability, and will continue molding and training the ZANU-PF and other security services to perform well in such deployments. In this regard, my government will ensure that the officers, men and women of ZANU-PF are continually trained, well-equipped and disciplined, including sending some officers, men and women, for training in friendly countries, so that they can effectively respond to potential threats to national security of our motherland. It was only last week that I officiated at the Zimbabwe National Defense University's third graduation ceremony, some of whose courses equipped students with the requisite tools for analysis through a sound grounding on national defense and security strategic concepts. It is also pleasing that the Zimbabwe Defense Forces continue to benefit immensely from cooperation with friendly countries through military training, exchange of programs, as well as training assistance offered by allied countries such as the People's Republic of China, the Republic of India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Pakistan, and Russian Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, at independence in 1980, Zimbabwe inherited landmines which were laid by the Rhodesian forces to inhibit the movement of freedom fighters across our common borders with Mozambique and Zambia. Government is dealing with this issue, and it is commendable that our demining program has been ranked among the top 3 best managed mine action programs in the world over the past 4 years. It therefore follows that with adequate funding and other resources, the country is on course to finish the demining race by December 2025, in line with the Ottawa Convention on Anti-Personnel Landmines. I thus call upon those in a position to support our program to come forward and partner us in this noble program. The existence of landmines has resulted in some of our people falling victim, while others have lost their limbs. These victims require attention in the form of rehabilitation, provision of assistive devices, and life skills to take care of themselves in light of their disabilities. Allow me at this juncture to extend my gratitude to all the stakeholders for a job well done. Finally, as the 2023 harmonized general elections beckon, I call upon all Zimbabweans to be vigilant and maintain the stable and peaceful environment that is being fostered under the Second Republic. We say no to violence, we say no to disunity, and we say no to divisions, and we say no to unrest in our country. With these remarks, allow me to thank all those who have decided to positively respond to our invitation to grace the 42nd anniversary of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces Day celebrations today. We greatly cherish your support as we forge ahead with rebuilding our country in line with our philosophy, that is Nyika inovakwa nevenevayo. Ilizwe liyakwa navanikazi valo. I wish you all a happy 42nd Zimbabwe National Defense Forces Day celebrations. Long live our defense forces. Long live Zimbabwe. Long live our freedom. Long live our unity. Long live peace. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.